What drives a man to crown himself emperor? Is it a thirst for power? A belief in destiny? Or is it something darker, born in the shadows of ambition? Welcome to Legends of Time, where we bring the past to life. Today, we delve into the incredible story of a man who rose from an obscure island to a throne that shook the entire world. This is the story of Napoleon Bonaparte. It all began on August 15, 1769, on the island of Corsica, freshly conquered by France. A fierce storm raged that night, and amidst the chaos, a cry echoed through a humble stone house. A boy was born Napoleon. His father, Carlo Bonaparte, was a man who craved prestige and social standing. His mother, Letizia, was a pragmatist, focused on survival. But fate, it seems, had a grander design for their son. Growing up, young Napoleon watched French soldiers marching through the streets of his homeland. He was captivated by their discipline, yet he despised the flag they carried. "Why should we bow to them?" he once challenged his mother. She simply smiled, her words planting a seed in his young mind. "Because one day, my son, you may lead them." He would never forget that moment. At just 9 years old, he was sent away from his family to study on the French mainland. The journey was cold, and the welcome he received was even colder. He was an outsider, the Corsican boy who spoke French with an accent that drew mockery from his peers. But this isolation didn't break him, it forged him. Behind his quiet exterior, a fire was building. He threw himself into books, devouring everything he could find: history, philosophy, and the epic lives of great conquerors like Julius Caesar and Alexander the Great. Every page was fuel for the inferno of his ambition. At the Brienne Military Academy, discipline became his greatest asset. While other boys were busy making friends, Napoleon was mastering strategy. He didn't just study the art of war. He treated it like poetry, finding beauty in its complex patterns. When snow blanketed the academy grounds, he wasn't building snowmen. He was leading his classmates in mock battles, with cannons sculpted from ice and strategies drawn in the frost. One of his teachers prophetically noted, "Bonaparte is reserved, but when he speaks, men listen." He was already showing the signs of a natural-born leader. By the age of 16, he was a commissioned officer, quiet, calculating, but incredibly bold when the moment demanded it. He quickly learned that true leadership wasn't about shouting orders from the back. It was about seeing the battlefield 10 moves ahead of everyone else. When his fellow soldiers hesitated, he was the first to move. When others were crippled by doubt, he commanded with unshakable confidence. And even as he wore the uniform of the French army, a part of him still fought for Corsica, for the homeland he felt was stolen by an empire. Then, everything changed. The French Revolution erupted. The old world was torn apart, kings were executed, the streets of Paris ran with blood, and radical new ideas of liberty and equality took hold. While many fled the chaos, Napoleon saw something else entirely: an opportunity. He saw a battlefield where the old rules no longer applied. "If the world is falling apart," he famously declared, "then I will be the one to shape what rises from its ruins." His first major test came at the siege of Toulon. Royalist forces, backed by foreign powers, had captured the vital port city. The young republic was on the brink of collapse. It was here that Napoleon proved his genius. With a combination of daring strategy and ruthless precision, he orchestrated a brilliant assault that recaptured the city. The republic was saved, and for the first time, the name Napoleon Bonaparte began to echo through the halls of power in France. He was no longer an unknown. He was a hero. So, what do you think truly drove Napoleon's insatiable hunger for power? Was it pure ambition? Or was it a form of revenge against a world that had once scorned him? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear what you think. But behind every celebrated victory, a shadow lingered. He was a man possessed by a profound restlessness, a soldier who could find no peace. His letters home were filled with confessions of loneliness and haunted by dreams of greatness. He once wrote, "Great men are born from storms, and I feel one raging inside me." This internal tempest propelled him ever forward, never allowing him to be content with his achievements. Each triumph he secured only fed his growing legend. But as we all know, legends demand sacrifices. He would soon be faced with choices that would test his loyalties, forcing him to trade friendship for glory, and perhaps even love for a crown. From a forgotten boy on the island of Corsica to the most brilliant and feared general in revolutionary France, Napoleon Bonaparte was no longer just a name. He was on the verge of becoming an empire unto himself. But the question remains, at what cost? The answer to that awaits in part 2 of our series. If you enjoyed this journey into the life of one of history's most compelling figures, please make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and ring the notification bell so you don't miss the next chapter. Join us again right here on Legends of Time, where history never dies. Thanks for watching.